Frank mentioned earlier about Dale Tallon's promotion.
Oh, yeah.
How do you read that?
I don't know. I'm surprised. I still think Dale's going to have a lot of say. He's got to. The guy's fabulous club.
Well, I read it. I read it very simple. That the ownership loves him and they respect him, and they don't want to have anybody in between him and his decision making. And he is the guy. It's not a democracy; it's a dictatorship, and he's the head dictator. And in Chicago, he was masterful in engineering, and he was the head architect there, and he got the short end of the stick.
He got the Scotty Bowman treatment.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We're not blame game
and I think
I'm just saying.
Dale, I think Dale said to the ownership, which is a prevailing pain in the ass, look, if you want me to run the hockey operation, I'll run it for you, but you are not sending players from New York to come down here and tell me how to do it. And they said, okay, you can become the president. We're going to bring in Tommy Rowe. That's what happened. Otherwise,
I think that there's a lot of truth in what you just said. I also believe that the ownership has a lot of respect. What Dale Tallon did with the Panthers is incredible. He didn't foresee that Luongo, in the home stretch, didn't perform. I mean, I thought Luongo played the best hockey of his life in regular season, not in the playoffs.
Yeah, he wasn't as good in the playoffs as he was in regular season, and let's not forget though, they lost 3 games in overtime.
Yeah,
so it was close.
Yeah, but you're right, Phil, and that's a great observation. But that's when a great goalie is great.
When Thomas Greiss out-goaltends you significantly, you had a bad series.
Good point, Billy. I'm not going to dispute that. You're absolutely right about that.
That may be unfair to Luongo, but I agree with Frank. Their goaltending let them down based on what they were used to.
I think Luongo put them in a position to go in overtime. In a negative way, not in a positive way. I think guys like Tony Esposito and guys like Eddie Belfour were the opposite. They were the reason the teams won, and they put them in a position for longevity in a game that they shouldn't have been alive after 3 periods. But Luongo, I think, was the reverse in my modest view.
They had a bad 2 weeks, Frank. No question of that.
Yeah, they did.
A bad 2 weeks, and that's unfortunate. I think they should have gone with Al Montoya, retrospectively, of course. But, Phil, your point's well made. 3 overtime losses requires a little reflection before you bury the...
Well, 3 overtime losses to lose the series, 1 in double overtime even. So, and there was not, like in the winning goal by Tavares just made the smart play, but crepe. Billy, you're on the ice, you're a guy. Who's the one fucking guy you're going to go after? You're going to try to stop this. Tavares.
Yeah, well, they had
everybody on him.
They had Stupid on there, the offensive defenseman. What the hell's his name?
Number 10, not number 10.
Anyways, I really believed, and I called the Panthers to win. I thought the Panthers were a superior team to the Islanders, and I was wrong.
The guy is Campbell. That's who it was. Campbell was on for at least 2 of the overtime winners.
Yeah, well, that's the way things go like that. As a matter of fact, we all picked Florida. We all picked Florida to win the Panthers. I got it all written down.
Well, let me tell you this. If Florida had played Tampa, it wouldn't have been a 5-game series.
No, sir. It would have been fabulous.